Hello and welcome to episode 20 of our Timberborn update for Let's Play on hard mode with the Iron Teeth faction. Boy, that's a mouthful. We're in cycle 29. Day 1, actually. Almost about to be day 2. And we're going to get through this temperate cycle, and then we'll see how long the drought is. May or may not get through that one today. But by popular request, the number one thing that we have been more or less ignoring for the past, I don't know, ever of this playthrough is beaver well-being and happiness, and today it's all about the beavers. All about making them feel a little bit happier, a little bit more alive with everything that they have the opportunity to do. So this tab, well-being tab, we're going to use and abuse today. Trying to get a whole bunch of stuff set up as the bot population ratchets back up to where it was and beyond. And we're also going to keep increasing our beaver population. We're A-okay on food, absolutely perfectly fine. Maybe could use a few more mushrooms. So we'll need to add a couple more hydroponic gardens, but outside of that, pretty much anything is fair game if it directly relates to beaver happiness or, you know, upkeep of other stuff. We've got a lot of trees we've got to replant. But that is what's on tap for today. And I think we can start, for right now at least, by pausing a couple more of these food buildings here, just to make sure we have access to a couple more beavers. And we can also start balancing out our district crossing workforce, try to get our supplies a little bit better balanced. And of course, this district over here, it says it's got 22 happiness, but we know we can do better. We can do better for all of these, really. This area is off to a good start as well. And of course, it is part of District 2. Keep that in mind. But District 2's happiness is a little lower because there's a lot of stuff we just haven't done. So why don't we start here, since we're already here, and think about different things that might be able to increase happiness. Now, this can end up flooding a little bit, but long term, it's not supposed to be flooded all the time. So I don't think we really have to worry about it. But still, we probably should focus anything that is actually going to benefit beavers in terms of happiness on things that are maybe a little elevated, shall we say. Now we have all this storage up here for logs. Probably would not be a bad idea to put some well-being up here. Some real simple, easy stuff. Like shrines that anyone can access. Just put one of those guys there. And then, since we already have, I don't know if I want them coming all the way up here to take care of that, but there's got to be at least one other spot we can put one. Do we have anything up here that is not specifically allocated to something else? So they've got these guys just kind of chilling out here. So maybe we leave that alone for a while. But District 2 does not have a temple. And I don't think it would be unreasonable to find a decent spot somewhere around here. I don't know if up top is a great place for it. Because keep in mind, this is all going to be underwater, ideally, by the end of the temperate cycle. So we don't want that to be flooded. And we currently don't have the ability to terraform, although that is something that is supposedly coming soon, depending on what else we have going on. We have our temple in this district. These guys are a touch happier. Of course, down at 19. So let's see if we can just build a little bit more of this kind of stuff. I know shower is probably an easy way to get these beavers to have the wet fur bonus. So let's see. We have all this space right here. Probably would not hurt to just kind of extend everything out a little bit more. I think that can start coming out right here. Putting in a little bit more storage. We have our medium warehouses fit quite nicely in a place like this. And then actually, there might be a way, I don't know if I can fit anything that's 2x2, just like super packed in here. It doesn't really have to be dense. I always like to make it that way. But it doesn't need to be that way. Unfortunately, none of these are really 2x2. You just kind of have, the double shower is 2x1, but that does leave kind of an empty space somewhere in here. Or we could just, you know, not worry about it. and just put something right around here. I don't know. We got time. We also can put, you know, we'll just build this out anyway. Except for one spot, maybe right here. We'll leave open for our shower, but in the inside here, we can actually put some decorative stuff. Like we got beaver statues. We don't have a ton of metal, but we do have the opportunity to put something in place. We have monuments as well. Labor monuments. Very easy. We haven't even looked at the new ones yet. Flames of Unity. That one didn't used to have metal, I don't think. But our labor monument, we could very, very easily put, say, somewhere kind of right over here. Maybe just off to the left here, and then the other one can go to the right. I actually don't know how big this is. Let's just check, make sure there's nothing else super consequential we have to unlock. I think we've got most of it already. Yeah, let's go ahead and unlock the second one. Okay, so that's 2x2. That's perfect. So we can actually have labor monument right here, and then on the other side, Flame of Unity. Although we do not have enough metal quite yet to get to that. I am still going to place it. See, rotated actually doesn't do anything, so we'll just leave that there. But I'm going to pause this. They can definitely build this guy. That should not be a problem whatsoever. We have so much wood, it's not even funny. And I can't remember, did we actually put another one of these in? I don't think we... Oh, okay, yeah, we have that guy. That's fine. And then the Flame of Unity needs somewhere to go as well. You know, kind of boring to put them right next to each other, but this is a very high traffic area, so we'll stick him there. Paused once again because we, again, do not have the metal blocks, but we're working on it because we have this mine up and running. Probably actually want to have a space over here so we can actually refine the metal, which we pretty easily could stick a place like here, actually. Taking a look at our smelters. We put one here. We could actually put 3 here. We are making a decent amount of horsepower. We're going to be making more once we have the water coming out through all of these floodgates as well. Did I turn that on there? Yes, I sure did. And it really helps now that everything's connected. Makes it so much easier. And this is set to 2.5. It just hasn't gotten quite tall enough yet. So we'll do that. So they should be able to, within a decent amount of time, take care of this and not be too big of a deal. That is going to mean that we get rid of these paths here. And we're going to need to have the power descend here and go into the side of this guy right here. Or, actually, probably a little bit better option, we can just detonate this and then put a high power shaft in and then replace this with either a T or a 4-way. And we're probably going to want a 4-way so we can add provisions for bots in the future, which would massively increase beaver happiness. So yeah, make no mistake, this is industrial development, but it does directly impact beaver happiness because it's going to get us a little bit closer to our ideal amount of employment, which would be 0. There. It's already up to 21 well-being. That's looking good. Have they, how far have they gotten in this? Oh, 6 logs out of 200. All right, that's not exactly confidence-inspiring. But our number of beavers is increasing constantly as we go. And we're not even in triple speed yet. We've been doing this whole 10 minutes, first 10 minutes on single time. So let's crank that up. And, oh, we can't forget about back here. We got to get this moved down a little bit. We need to also start making progress toward straightening this, which is going to involve the terraforming that we haven't gotten to yet. So we're going to terraform this to be almost completely straight. And then, of course, blow this whole side out right here. Put a whole bunch of water wheels to store a bunch of power. And that should be a-okay. Now, right here we have a problem. Because this forester has nobody in it. It's because we paused it. I'm going to unpause it. Get somebody involved. Get these oaks replanted because they take so long to grow. We do have a lot, but we are burning through wood, literally burning through wood at breakneck speed. We can definitely make use of that. And even so, during the day when we have all of the everything running, we're only losing very slowly charge of the gravity batteries, thanks to our water wheels. Well, these have slowed down considerably now because we're moving water back here, but I'm going to go ahead and put that back up so we can get these back up to a couple hundred apiece just as soon as that starts working. We really need these guys to come all the way up to 30,000 before the end of our temperate cycle, which is going to be a problem because they're quite far down there, and we're not currently making a ton of power. So, of course, we'll need to add more and more engines, which does involve placing at least a few more of these guys. Oh, there's our drought warning. So we have a short one. A very short temperate season for us today. Oh well. No matter. It's going to be like this one way or another. So of course we'll just keep filling this up with warehouses, and then building on the middle. You know how this works. At this point, if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. This is just expanding all the way down. Well, as reasonably fast as we can. Just got to get it all built. And it does take time, but making the effort is what matters. I do find it interesting that these mangroves have not spread into this one spot here. Now, it said they're supposed to fix that. I don't know if that's because we still have this set to be constantly replanting. This forester actually doesn't need to be here. So I'm going to make him lowest possible priority job. Doesn't seem like he really needs to go anywhere else, so I guess that's okay. And then we had some people say something about, oh, you don't need this water dump right here because you have water inflow constantly. And yeah, that's right. So we'll pause that. Just because, well, right now we definitely don't need it. But if we do need it, we know we can always turn it back on. This guy is slowly replanting all of the oak trees there, so that's fine. Now, how is this looking here? Okay, still have not had this dynamite put in place. They got plenty of stuff going on, I guess, that's going to preclude them from actually sticking that in there. But once that's done, we'll detonate it, put our high power shaft in, connect these smelters up. They're actually waiting on scrap metal. Oddly enough, we should have tons available here, and it looks like we do. Five injured beavers. Yeah, you're not ever going to get rid of injuries fully just because, well, most of this is impossible to automate at this point. Look at these guys. The batteries are ascending ever so slowly. Now the issue is going to become actually getting these dynamites here. I don't know. Oh, they might actually be able to get into here. Maybe. I think. Can blow those up. Yeah, we still got a couple more. That went up to 26. Very nice. Yeah, so they actually can get there. I wish I could get these trees. And it's going to be such a problem. Because, of course, the lumberjack flag can't be flooded. But that's a really, really, really deep reservoir. Which is obviously a problem. Alright, so now this can be extended down that way. We can leave that alone for a little bit. But let's come in and check out. Yeah, we don't have to assign this just yet. Our main goal is to get this up and running. It's just going to require... Actually, I need to pause that so we can put our power shaft in. Let's make sure that that gets done before we make it impossible for anybody to even get back there. And that'll help us a little bit. We are still pretty close to the end of our temperate cycle. Could be good, could be bad. Just going to depend on what all we have going on. Now this is complete. Wow. Yeah, 23 happiness, well-being, whatever you want to call it, in District 2, which is a big improvement. I think... Oh, never mind. It went down to 21. Oh, because we got injuries. Alright. Now, I don't remember exactly what the breakdown is, but I think... Yeah, okay. Well-being 30. This one's got 30? Wow. Okay. The movement speed doesn't go up until 32. Life expectancy doesn't go up till 37, but it did get met for 27 to get that plus 60%. So that's how our population is going to end up growing, is having beavers live a lot longer. Now, since this is already here, I think in the interest of just making sure we can build on top, I'm just going to put platforms here and then make sure those get built, and then we'll put in our double shower right here at the end. Again, nothing's going to go under here, but I do want that put in place if we ever want to build on top of this. Shouldn't take them too long to take care of that. We'll probably do the same thing on the other side here. Is it the most efficient layout? No. Not really. Not at all. But it's something. There we go. So we'll stick that there. Maybe we don't build on this side for a while, because that is going to be a lot of construction with the 2 stories of the platforms there. But that should help these guys quite a bit. We have 16 free beds, really. Do we have... Oh, that's right, because we have this housing over here. This probably eventually should be its own district, honestly. But we're not quite there yet. Alright, I gotta get that dynamite in there ASAP. Or else we're gonna have problems. Alright, did they... Yes, they did. Let's unpause that construction. Because we're just about to lose all of our water power. So let's make sure we get this opened up a little bit more. Backfill this as much as we can. Actually, I'm going to pause. Come over here and we're going to close these floodgates. Because we can lower this. And there's enough volume here contained where we'll still be able to run these, if we need to, for quite a long time. I don't know how far down these are. Oh, okay, they've actually gone up a decent bit. That's looking good. Oh, I forgot I need to put those all the way up. Because our water sources do slow down the closer you get to the end of the temperate season. So we'll try to funnel most of that into over here, and then I'll just go ahead and close it so we stay as full as we can. We could get a 29-day drought, we could get a 10-day drought, just depends on what the RNG decides to give us. And 20, alright, halfway in between, not bad. Don't think we'll get through all of that today, we'll see. I always say that and then we usually end up getting through all of it anyway. So maybe you shouldn't take my word for it. But nonetheless, let's get this connected up there. That's looking a lot better. Other things that we can fix in this district for well-being. Injury is a big thing, but unfortunately that's something that's not going to go away till we get more bots over here. But aesthetics, I want to put roofs on top of all of these. These guys right here. Might be kind of hard to match things perfectly. I don't know, we might have to experiment a little bit with that. Yeah, huge opportunity. Excuse me, huge opportunities for aesthetics the monuments as well. Lidos. Do we actually have a Lido over here? I think we might have one right there. Carousel obviously requires power, which theoretically we have, but it's not really distributed super well. Shrines and temples are going to be the big thing. Now over here we have actually probably a pretty good spot to put in some Lidos, either right here or somewhere abouts. So if we were to do that, is this actually 4? No, that's 3 tiles, but that's fine because we have the land here. Let's just go ahead and book that up as a Lido space right there. We could actually put in 2 right next to each other. Now these will dry out at some point, but they will still be accessible, which is perfectly fine. Now we should over here have our, yes, dynamite, which means we'll put in our high power shaft. Of course, these 2 built before this one because I was dumb and clicked these first. But we're almost there. We just need the scrap metal, and they are already hard at work bringing that in, so that's looking fine. That'll be good here. All of this is looking quite good. Could definitely use some more beavers working here, but yeah, it's not great. Now, it would be nice if all of these beavers were working these things since they're so close to them, but something tells me it's not going to happen. He works at the forester. Oh, he works at that one. Okay. He works at that district crossing. That's a little far away. He works at the district crossing. 68 deep water pump. Where's that? Right here? Okay. I wish the game was a little bit better at dynamically assigning jobs based on proximity. Would make so many things so much easier. And yes, I know that's what the district system is supposed to do. I just tend to play with pretty large districts, so yeah, that ends up causing problems a lot of the time. So we'll get this high power shaft built. Let's actually high prioritize that because I think they have some other construction going on. Get that taken care of, and then we will very quickly and sneakily change the power shaft turn into a T or a 4-way. And like I said before, I think it's going to be a 4-way, so we can put some bot charging stations here in the future. Just to future-proof a little bit. Yeah, they're still gathering materials, but it looks like, yeah, they're all collected. So let's go ahead and disconnect that. Now, they're both still turning because there are power sources on both sides of here. So no need to worry about that. That's just fine. You'll notice that the supply on this side is... Wait, why is that turning then? Is that because it's connected to... Ah, it's the gravity batteries. That's right. Which are descending rather alarmingly quickly. But we'll get this reconnected. It'll be fine. No cause for concern. Except these guys quit at exactly quitting time, which, you know, can't blame them. But now it's half built overnight, which is definitely not ideal. Now, we do have 6 beavers without jobs while we've been gallivanting around with all of our fun, and the food supply has substantially decreased, which I guess could be logically expected given how, well, all of this is working. But this guy still is working here, so let's just go ahead and pause this one so we can go somewhere else. And let's see, what are we out of? We have canola seeds. Do we have canola oil? Something tells me we probably don't have too much of that. In fact, these are empty. We just have the one oil press. Oh, that sound is hideous. We have that one oil press working. So let's turn 2 of those back on. And then we have 3 other jobs remaining. We actually have unassigned bots, which I think should be going to the hauling posts. Had that one set to 5. I got these builders for the bots are going to be lowest priority jobs because haulers, I think, are going to be a little bit more important. So we'll get those guys there. I thought I had a second one, and I do. Okay. That's good. So now, do I have enough bots to actually, and more importantly, do I have enough science? Yes, and this is already unlocked. Let's put the bots to work making more bots. I feel like that should have always been the MO, but we kind of ran out of bots to do all that stuff. So I think now, assuming that these are filtering in and out correctly, we shouldn't have any shortages of anything. Yep, because it took them out of the builder's hut. So that is fine. Look at all these extra beavers we got now. We can actually turn, well, not all of this back on, but we can turn a pretty decent bit of it. Did I turn this off for power reasons? I think I had. I don't know if I want to turn that back on or not. Might be kind of a, kind of not a great idea. I'm going to turn, no, this is just constantly going. Oh, if I turn it off, I feel like I'm going to forget, though. It's like at least this one is, well, not constantly filling, but we do have something upstream. I don't know. I don't think I want to mess with that. It's probably still okay. But now we can actually start turning these back on. And that, I know I said that already, but I get distracted easily. In case you hadn't noticed. Fermented mushrooms. Which ones of these are doing mushrooms? Right here. Let's turn all of those back on. Even though we don't have any mushrooms sitting here waiting. So maybe just turn one of those back on. Just unpause some more of these fermenters. We have our food factories for eggplants and algae. We have plenty of each of those waiting, so let's turn these back on. I know it's using a lot of power, but I want to get an idea of how our canola oil input versus output is working. Obviously, it's not enough right now, but we are going to run into issues with power generation. It seems like for right now we still have enough because we do have the batteries, so they will always keep up until they can't anymore, which kind of is how this always ends up working. But fortunately for right now, stuff is looking pretty good. We just need a lot more power. It's too bad we can't use the water wheels all the time. I mean, we could just, you know, let these completely drain, but we don't have enough water stored up here, which is kind of why I also wanted to have a giant water cube up here to try and, you know, hopefully take advantage of some extra storage. It would be really nice if I had the 10 high metal floodgates. Just create this enormous reservoir up here, but that's a mod that we don't have because we don't have any mods in this playthrough. It's kind of fun to get forced to think outside the box, though. Alright, so now everything is connected again. Looks good. We're recharging batteries overnight when no one's working. And there's no available workers because we don't have enough extras, so right now I got 9 beavers I can theoretically spare, but we still have paused things. That probably shouldn't all be paused. I think we're probably, we need to have some more beavers over here anyway. So let's see, a minimum of 48. Let's just slowly raise it. Let's go to 52. And see, yeah, now we only have 2 unemployed beavers. I think we're going to have to send a couple more over here. I got 30. Do I have a space for more? I have space for 10 more. So let's change that to 32. Send a couple more beavers over. And as we get more, we'll keep sending more. Tends to be how that ends up working anyway. Now we have all these district crossings. This district, for some reason, has 3 crossings, which it really doesn't need. And I think 2 per is probably fine. On this other side, there's not really that much going on here. We are growing kohlrabi for them to eat. And we have decent enough storage of food and water. Could always be better, I suppose. But, again, there's not really too much we can do here. We're just always waiting. We actually don't need all of these guys chilling at the farmhouses here. In fact, we probably don't even need 3 farmhouses to begin with, so let's make that a lower priority job. Because these are really super easy to take care of. Okay, that one's set to planting. These 2 are set to harvesting. This one should probably be set to harvesting. This one should be set to planting. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't think it really matters. This is just emergency food anyway. Now, our overall average well-being has gone up to 27. This district is 29. This district is 25. Remember, we started at 19. So that's progress. But over here, these guys still sitting at a lousy 21. So let's take a look at our well-being for this district. Yeah, these guys are missing wet fur, actually. I did not think that was going to be a thing. So let's give them a shower. We've got a number of places that would do just fine for showers for these guys. Actually, right here probably would not be a bad spot. Pretty near most of the dormitories. The barracks, if you want to be super military about it. But since we have some extra space, let's just put a couple of those there. Not going to win any awards for aesthetic design in, well, honestly, most of my playthroughs. But they will be functional. We'll stick a shrine right there. And I think it's going to take a lot of materials, but I think we have enough. If I put this here, that's kind of blocking a bunch of stuff, but it does fit. Maybe I'll yeah. I'll have that go that way. Build up a staircase into it. And then we got some space right here we could probably put in. Do we have any coffee in this district? I actually don't know if we do, so why don't we put in a couple more of these storage tanks? One for coffee, one for water. And of course the temple is the temple. They can do their weird chanting in there if they so choose. But we got double showers, we got shrines. Do we have rooftop terraces here? I don't think we do. Well, that's easy enough to add. I'm not going to be double stacking, well, any of these. Actually, I think there might be a way to get most of these to be attached to each other. If we just do something like that and have them kind of all connected here. Not the worst thing ever. Now, am I just... oh, look at this. Look how smart I am. Bang. Instant rooftop party deck access. You love it. Love to see it. Alright, now campfire. Not going to be a lot of really great spots to put one of these. Especially considering the layout of a lot of this, or how poorly it's laid out, rather. Yeah, there's actually no reason for this to be jogged around like this. I think that was because of a tree that was in the way. But if we move that, then we have space for a campfire right here. Be very handy, because I don't think we had one of those. So these guys will have fun doing the world's worst urban renewal project right here. And we still haven't built this out very much. I don't think we really need to at this exact moment. But we can, since we're over here, do our checking of explosives. It's always a fun thing to try and fix. These guys are looking okay. Are these functioning? No, we don't have enough workers. So, oh, we have a bot that's not allocated, huh? Well, let's see. Bot parts. We have a lot of chassis actually. Very strange. Because we only have one set of these working. So it's actually the limbs. Oh, I don't have enough science to turn that guy into a bot workplace. So what's he missing? Oh, he's actually supplied pretty well. He must just not be here. Of course, I can't click on him. Oh, okay. Well, it's after quitting time, so he's good. He's good. He can relax. That's allowed. Well-being of 29. This district's average should be, yeah, it's about 30, flickering back and forth between 24, 25. Okay, yeah, injury is massively hurting them, but nutrition almost completely satisfied, which is very good to see. Basic needs almost completely satisfied. Campfires and rooftop terraces, these people have none. Zero, zip, zilch. Now, the campfire is the hard one because that has to be built on actual grass. So these guys can go touch grass or whatever have you. So we're going to have to find a place to do that. And I don't know that there's really a lot of great spots for it, unfortunately, because a lot of this floods. But if we put in a staircase here, then we'll have access to all this space up here. And I think I can put in, if we're smart about how we have stuff laid out, I don't want this to be super far away. Let's actually put the path in first. So I have this set right there, or maybe I should come up this side. Might actually be better. Yeah, if we come up that side, then we have space for 3x3s here, here, and here, and then that's just a another path we could send to go up. I don't know that we really want to have two campfires sitting right there, but that's not enough space for a temple. We already knew that was not going to be a thing. And is there even space? Oh, there is. There is space up here. So that's what we'll do then. I know this is the world's ugliest. Again, I'm not a super great designer when it comes to this kind of stuff, but it is functional. You can't tell me it's not functional. All right, do we have tooth grindstones over here? I feel like we should probably have one of those, at least. That's not really a well-being thing, but it does help them out, so that's fine. We already have a shrine. Medical beds, we already have a couple over here. We might need more. I don't know, they're not full, so maybe it's not that big of a problem. Hey, but look at them. They are using these. So that's very good to see. This should help quite a bit. Showers, a double shower. We can find a good spot here to put one. This isn't going to be wet all the time, so the shower probably needs to be over one of these things. But it also can't be flooded all the time. What an issue for us to solve. So why don't we actually cut this guy? Do we even have a lumberjack in range of that? I don't think so. Nope. So what we'll have to do instead, I know, sacrilege. We'll just have to destroy it because it's 2 logs. Doesn't matter. We have tons of resin. We're already more than okay with that. There's somebody to come get rid of this, and we'll put a shower right there. Almost like the tapper shack that currently has nobody in it is can have its own private shower. But we have enough unemployed beavers, I believe. Yeah, we have 11. I'm going to have some more come over here. I think, let's go up to 40. Because I think I can have 48. Maybe. Yeah, see now this is already too low. Already too low to use these Lidos. Which is a shame, because they're kind of unusable. But, fear not. Because we have access to the super deep area, that we kind of can't do this because there's trees underneath, I think is what that is. Okay, well this area is fine too. Just trying to find a slightly better spot for it. I guess it doesn't really matter. The end goal is, of course, to actually have beavers able to use this stuff. So once this dries up, that can be the backup Lido. These guys up here, I haven't forgotten about them either, so don't get too upset on their behalf just yet. We have the space over here. This is going to get low enough to kind of be unusable. Pretty much almost immediately, actually. But if we come over here and stick one of those guys down in the lake, we are going to get our annoying flooded building alerts, but this will be usable during an extended drought. Now, crazy zooming happening here. And that'll be A-okay. I just have to decide how this is going to connect to stuff. I guess that's fine right there. Or maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to have one up here. Why not, right? We have the resources. We can have a pool that's usable only for one part of the year. And then this is going to have to connect somewhere. I guess we can just put something right there, and then up here would probably not be a bad spot for a shrine. And then what else? Yeah, water tank. Never have too many of those, right? Yeah, go to swim in the water and then get a drink from different water. Perfect. And we already have our temple here, so these guys should be happily chanting their strange incantations. Yep. Alright, so business as usual there. We'll leave them to it. And just like that, the water goes away. And they can start construction on this one. Takes a surprising amount of planks, actually. That's all right there. Water levels are looking fine. If a little low, but it's only another 10 days. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. I will turn this guy back on just for a little bit. We have so much water. It really doesn't matter to have this one on. But turning it off during the wet season will save a little bit of grief. Now we're really starting to catch up with our population. We have 12 unemployed beavers. So I think we can go ahead and just unpause all of these. That should get us up to, in this district, 5 unemployed beavers. And now the rest of these things, we're looking okay. I don't think we really need to worry so much about having these turned back on quite yet. We have a decent amount of paper. We probably could use another paper mill. I don't know exactly where I want to put one of those. Probably is going to end up being somewhere over here. We could either get rid of these straight power shafts and have something go 3 back, or we could just have paper mills all the way across here. I think either way is probably okay, honestly. But we do need to decide what our strategy is going to be for that. And I do think we can have this go across suspension bridge style. Actually would be perfect to have the 2 3-bys right here. It doesn't perfectly match these, but that would save us a whole lot of grief trying to bridge this with, well, just the platforms like we did there. And that's going to mean that we're going to have access back here to put in a whole bunch more stuff. So we'll just go ahead and get this all set up. I do think I want to put in more paper mills here, because we're going to have to start making books too, don't forget. Books are important. So while they're taking care of that, we've got some extra bots we can't really do anything with. So I think what we are going to want to do is put in bot charging stations over here. Just 3 of them right there. And then try to find room here to put at least one. What's that here? Pine resin? This probably needs to be a bot charging station, or we can put something kind of down here. But we're going to have to find somewhere to put bot chargers. Oh, you know what? Silly me, already thought about it. We could actually, well, that's going to be flooded half the time, so maybe we don't need to worry about that. But if we put in this guy right here, go ahead and make that a 4-way, because why not? We can actually put in bot charger here and here, and actually just have the one right there so we're not sapping up a ton of power. But if we have charging stations right there, then that means we can have our efficient mine unlocked only for bots. That will substantially reduce our injury problems and give our bots a purpose in this other district, and we can export them. They can just work around the clock, constantly getting us some scrap metal. And I think that is a very nice improvement just as soon as they get these going. So let's unlock the workplace for bots. They're already in the process of taking care of that. So District 2 is going to get, right now, let's go for 5 bots. Fill out the efficient mine. So massive reduction in injuries here, most likely, hopefully. We do have a charger there, and we have these 2 here as soon as we get metal blocks. And it looks like that's going to be a pretty easy fix. Oh, we're in that awkward spot where it's not quite dry enough to use this Lido, but it's definitely not wet enough to use this one. Well, you know how... Oh, looks like that problem is going to fix itself, so here you go. There, Lido, and here we go. Everyone's happily floating or swimming around or just sitting on a stump. That's the life right there. Now these guys, well-being's all the way up to 30. Love to see that. And they don't have... They have a labor monument? Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Now, I think we're not going to have room to put the flame one, since they put all these rooftop terraces here. But look, these guys are living the dream. Just chilling, hanging out on a cool evening, cracking open a cold one with the boys. Or girls. Whatever they're got going on over there. Swimming here. I think we're in a good spot now with our resources to go ahead and build these Flames of Unity. Now that we have these other guys coming in here. So I will undo those. And yes, for the many of you who have made comments about this guy, we'll get here. This is probably going to have to be a separate district. But we can still make use of that. And that's fine. We're doing well over here now because we have these smelters. We still need to get some extra beavers in there. Actually, this is full. So if anything, we should be having fewer in the mine. And some here in the smelters. I think otherwise, yeah, we have tons of resources. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in another 2 bots over here. Bring us up to 7. And then that should fill all of these smelters. And we'll be all good to go. Should have a substantial increase in metal output, which will be very nice. Now, of course, these guys are probably nowhere near ready to have all this stuff going on. But we have enough unemployed beavers where I think now we can pretty safely unpause. Not all of these, but definitely some of them. So we got to get a little bit more going on. Gravity batteries are working. We do need more engines. But let's go ahead now and put in some of these paper mills. So we're going to have one here. Oh, they're not going to match. They're not going to match. Uh-oh. That's illegal. Not to match. Well, that's fine. We'll probably just put 2. As soon as this one's up and running, then I will put another one here. We'll have to cut this power shaft, which will mean that these 3 engines become disconnected. But in the grand scheme of things, it's probably better anyway. How are we looking? Oh, they're actually pretty close. Well, that would be nice if... Oh, look how majestic that is. I love the congruent design language between the beavers and the different monuments. Very nice work. So now this... Why is this only 27? Is it because of all the injuries? Yeah, okay. Carousels. Yeah, carousel over here is going to be kind of a hard sell. Mudbath, we're really not there yet. Shrines and temples, we probably could stand to put in a couple more of those. Or at least something else. I guess I could put a couple more shrines in. Just in some random locations. Don't really have room over here, but... Oh, that's right. We never put a shower in. Alright, solve that problem real quick. Now we have our shrine. Yeah, right up here. That should be okay. Should be okay. I guess I can put another one here. Not going to be that big of a deal. Rooftop terrace over here. We don't have anything so far. But I think I can game it into going on top of the platforms. It might be a little cheaty, depending on how you want to look at it, but it's probably fine. Yep, that's still completely full. But these guys are, well, most of them are at work with that. Do we not have a hauling post in this district? Yeah, we definitely don't. We should have had one of those a long time ago. So that can be... Okay, that's probably not going to be a great fit there. That needs to be in this district, and that is what we can put on this side. Just as soon as we have this built out. So let's do that, actually. Yeah, get this all built up. And then I think this was going to be another shower. I don't know if it'll let me, though, with the path underneath it, so maybe we won't do that. But I can tell you for sure that we're going to put a hauling post right here. Should have had one of those a very long time ago. It is kind of ridiculous to have this thing just as an island in the middle of the lake, isn't it? They still haven't gotten to this yet. It's probably because they're focused on building this guy. Yeah, they're bringing the planks. We're not out of planks. We are definitely low on planks. But not quite cause for alarm just yet. Where are we at? This is almost dry, actually. So I'm going to stop messing around here. Oh, look at this. This is already... I can't really let any more water out of this. Oh, that's right, because I got these guys pumping it out. Probably should save these for emergencies, huh? And I definitely don't think we need to be doing that. That's a mistake on my part. Okay, and I also did not put this going all the way across. See, I do these little projects, and then I forget that I've started them, and then it just turns into a problem. Oh, that's fine. We'll just run this all the way down here. We have plenty of time. 22 beavers with no jobs. Alright, so that tells me we got 12 open beds. Well, guess what? We're about to have 64 beavers in this thing. Bring me all of your beavers. That actually should fill up most of our jobs. And we could, as soon as we have some more bots, we could bring some more in here. And take even more of those out. So how are we looking on well-being? 31. Okay. Yeah, injuries should go down. Hunger, thirst, all that stuff should improve massively. Campfires. Looking good. Yeah, the main problem with this district is these guys don't have easy access to a campfire yet. Because all of this is, you know, mostly underwater. But once we have terraforming, we can just start building little islands in the middle of the lake for no reason other than the fact that we can. And that's always good fun. Alright, homeless beavers. Which district? This one. Alright, so I guess we're actually now in the part where we're super catching up with the beaver population, because now we have 264. Oh boy. I don't have any more, I actually have too many beavers here for the amount of jobs that I have. So, let's open up the hauling post all the way. Add a couple more jobs in the district crossings. There we go. And all of a sudden, now I have 5. How do I have... Okay. I have 7 open jobs. I need to build another barracks. Where am I going to put another barracks? This is kind of a real inconvenient spot. I guess we need to move... Oh, that's not even going to work like that, is it? Let's get that out of there. Put another one here, and then we'll just put in behind this beaver statue, huh? Why not? We'll put a beaver statue back here, and then we'll put the shrine in front of it. That will get most of the beavers walking up through here on top of that, but we'll give these guys a chance to take care of all that. We got 5 extra beavers. So we'll bring this up to 45. Give them a little bit of space here. Now, food-wise, it's probably going to be time pretty soon to think about a better food storage solution over here. Aside from just having these small warehouses everywhere. The topography here is challenging, however. And there's not really very many easy answers to it outside of just having stuff kind of far away from where we have all of our super ugly cliffside dwellings. So I don't know. That might be a next episode thing to fix. But I do know that these guys, hopefully, as soon as this is finished, will be all good to go and not have to worry about being homeless anymore. Just need a couple more logs. Still have 22 homeless beavers here, though, and we don't need them. That's too many beavers. So if anything, we probably need to start getting rid of these breeding pods. So let's find... Yeah, this one's almost gone. So as soon as it makes us a beaver, we're going to get rid of it. Going to get rid of at least 3 of these things. And then I guess we can start thinking about other ones that need to go as well. Yeah, so now we're in trouble. We have so much stuff being used. We really need some more power generation. And that's part of why I had so many gravity batteries. It's because these are very useful if you don't have the power generating capacity all the time. But you can recharge them at night. You can actually get through most of the drought with about half of the power generation you actually need. If you have your water wheels constantly turning, generating power during the temperate season. Yeah, so we're waiting for old wrinkly dude here to come on out, and then we'll get rid of the breeding pod. And then follow shortly with his neighbors. And then maybe a couple more. Alright, so that one's gone. He has successfully created a beaver. This one is just about to be gone. There we go. Alright, so that's a start. We can put some other stuff here that would be useful for well-being, like some shrines. Probably just put 3 of them right here, honestly. This guy is going to be a little bit longer. Just a little bit. So now we got bots we could send. So I think I'm going to want to send some more bots to this district. Let's make that an even 10. There we go. Now that's going to give us some extra bots. I can put in the efficient mine, or I can just make them work in the hauling post, which I think is going to be a much better use of resources. So now the bots here can do some other stuff. Oh, look at that. Where's the time gone? We're already over an hour. But this district has 32 well-being. That is fantastic. This one has 29, so I don't know why it's so low. Maybe it's just not everyone has had the chance to bask in the glory of our twin beaver statues here. It's absolutely magnificent. Very fun. And then our main district, of course, if I can find the district center. Here it is. Up to 32. So, you know, pretty good improvements. We've done plus 5 or 6 at least in every district, which has made a big difference for lifespan. And now we have a surplus of beavers. A surplus of beavers we don't really need. So we're going to probably keep retiring more and more of these breeding pods as time goes on. We're finding more things for them to do. I know I did say I wanted to do some more mushrooms here. Not those kind of mushrooms. These kind of mushrooms. I just have to figure out a good spot to put them. Alright, this guy's out of energy. We could and probably should start putting in more of these charging stations in different spots where they'll fit. We do have some up here, which is where most of the bots are working. But we'll need to keep thinking about good spots to stick those. Oh, this one's almost done, so I guess we can start winding down today's episode. We do still have 2.3 days left. So I guess we can finish it. It'll probably take us that long anyway. So I guess this is just more ammunition for the people that are just going to say, oh, you always lie when you say the video is not going to be long. Well, it is what it is. You guys like it this way anyway, don't you? Alright, decorations. I don't want to put another beaver statue here. That's kind of wasteful, but shrub actually should go... Where do you have the roof? Right there. So the shrub should go up on top of a platform in a major intersection, so everyone can bask in the glory that is shrub. Man, look how many beavers are using this thing. Now, if I could put in one here. Yeah, that actually. Why is that? Okay. That's generating quite a lot of aura around itself. Well, that's efficient placement of shrub if ever I've seen one. Oh, we could even do the same thing here in the middle. Behold, shrub. And then we could do a similar kind of thing. I know I said I want to build on top of this. So maybe we leave these 3 alone, but this one right here would be a great spot to just put a simple little roofing tile there. And then we can slowly work our way toward getting terraforming accomplished and all that stuff. These guys over here, let's just click on a random, that's a bot. Click on a random beaver. Alright, so your well-being is 28. You're well-fed. You're not hungry. You're getting plenty of sleep. But you don't have any social life. Yeah, me either, dude. Shrubs, you've not seen any of those. You haven't even seen the monuments. So that is part of why this district, I think, is eventually just going to turn into bots only. Once we have enough of them. Which, honestly, could be next episode, the way these things are going. Then we wouldn't have to worry about any of that at all. And they have the chargers here. And they can man all of the cutting of trees and the planting of trees and everything. So this is almost certainly going to become a bot-only district very soon. But not right now. Not right now. So I think we've pretty well accomplished our goal, at least most of it for today. Which was, of course, to increase the happiness of the beavers. And make them a little bit healthier. Hey, look at that. 34. Love to see that. So it looks like we can definitely do a lot more in the realm of fun. Now we do have our carousel that has been shut off this whole time because of power concerns. But as we continue working on that, should be able to turn that back on. and add a good amount of power over here. We have all these logs. We could easily add a whole bunch of these engines up into this general area and just kind of have them kind of propped up here, joining in, like say right here would be a good good spot to stick them. We'll just have to think about how this is going to end up set up. A little bit of a thought, never really hurt anybody. But yeah, lots to be happy with today. 0.8 days left in the drought, so we will ride it out. But I think we are doing fantastic. Look at all this. All these improvements in the well-being are just really, really encouraging. Up to 268-ish, 269 beavers, 51 bots. Lots of good stuff. So yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, especially if you're 20 episodes deep in the Let's Play series. All the videos are at least an hour long, some of them an hour and a half. It means a lot to me that you stuck with it this far, and I hope you've enjoyed the videos. It's always fun making them. So as always, if there's anything that you'd like to see or that you notice that I've not done particularly well, comment section is always open. I read every single comment, even if I can't respond. I do try to as best as I can. And then, of course, always eager to see your feedback, even if it's just you saying hi or whatever. Always love to talk to you guys. You've been a fantastic, super supportive community with a lot of really great ideas and just generally fun people as well. So again, I know I feel like I say it all the time, but thank you. I really appreciate you, and especially also the beard boosters who make all these videos possible with their monthly support behind the scenes. So if you want to be a part of that, there's links in the description for more information, but please do not ever feel obligated. That's just a way for people who feel like they want to give me a little something extra to have an avenue to do that easily. Never ever required. I'm just grateful you're here. Even if you don't subscribe, even if this is the only video you ever see. Be kind of a weird first video of mine to see, but I appreciate you. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever it is that you're doing. As we enter the next temperate cycle, that will be our signal to say goodbye for today. But I hope I'll see you in the next video and the other live streams and stuff that we've got coming up. But yeah, that's it. We'll see you later. And here's cycle 30, day 1. We'll pick up next time on Thursday. But yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.